Hey people, welcome to your Friday video. My name is Tori and today I am building a tiny home in The Sims 4 because I've never done that before. Right? Yeah, no. I like building tiny homes in The Sims 4, and the other day the Sims 4 Courtyard Oasis kit came out, which cost £4.99, so basically £5 in the UK, which is half the price of a stuff pack, even though you get a third of the content. Um, Decide about that what you will. I bought this pack. I did a review of it the other day. You should definitely go and check that one out. But I decided, I always build tiny homes. With this kit, I'm going to try and build a Moroccan inspired tiny home because this kit is all about Moroccan architecture, which I thought was really fun. Whether this house at all looks kind of Moroccan inspired or not is a different question. I'm not quite sure. And also, as you can see right now, I have too many tiles because guess what? Tiny homes are tiny. And if you put platforms on top of the tiny home, which I did to try and get that different roof heights going on, it means you're adding more tiles. So basically tiles that you can't use. So it's a bit of a waste of tiles. But for the biggest type of tiny home, the maximum number of tiles you can have is 100 tiles. So yes, I did have to make this super incredibly small, which was a challenge. And originally it was going to be super bright and colourful, and then I just kind of didn't like the colours and I had to kind of tone it down a little bit because sometimes I can go a little bit over the top. I don't know, I kind of liked it. I think the colours worked, but I think because it was so small in the end, it looked a little bit ridiculous. But if it was on a bigger scale, I think it would look good. But the only trouble is, obviously, because this house is so small, doing a floor plan was pretty much just impossible. And I really struggled with doing the back. So I cut a lot of the back out of the recording because I couldn't get it to work. Because obviously I used different colours for different sections of the house, but I didn't want to have two different colours merging in together on like the same flat piece of wall because I feel like it looks weird. So I wanted a different colour to start on like a bump out section, and then that was just making the house too big. So I struggled immensely with doing the back of the house. So I do cut a lot of this out of the recording. Also, at some points you're going to see pauses and gaps in the recording, like now. Oh, and as you can see, I've now changed the colours, which I feel like they complement the scenery and the surroundings of Oasis Springs a little bit more. The house is more warm-toned, and I do quite like it. But you might see little pauses in the recording, because I had to get up and do things. Oh my god, I always start recording a video and then I literally get called away like the minute I start recording a speed build, and it's super frustrating. Oh my god. But I mean, it's fine. I kind of like this house. I mean, I like the outside a lot more than I like the inside. The trouble is with tiny homes, it's really hard to do anything with the interior because it's like so hard to have a floor plan. Oh, and thank god we have ladders in The Sims 4 now, because otherwise I would have died. I mean, the ladders really did save my bacon because there's just not enough space in the house. Like, it was such a struggle to create tiny homes before ladders. Wait, did we have tiny homes before or after ladders? I can't actually remember now. Something tells me we had ladders in like around the time that we had eco lifestyle, which was definitely after The Sims 4 Tiny Living, because that was before like the whole pandemic stuff started to get bad. And eco lifestyle was like in the middle of it. So yeah, we struggled for a time, but it's fine because we're all good now. And also you can see me putting some landscaping around. Oh look, I went up and left my computer for like 2 minutes. um Obviously, in Oasis Springs, normally you don't want to do too much landscaping because it doesn't look good. But I was searching up some like inspiration of Moroccan like homes on the internet, and there was like a lot of green plants around. So I thought, well, you know what, I will try it. Unfortunately, the back garden is not so much a courtyard, but it's just a backyard. But it looks fine. I kind of like it. I put a swimming pool in there because every good home in Oasis Springs needs a swimming pool. And I just put some like scenery. I think I put a fountain in as well. Maybe I got rid of it. I can't remember what I did, to be honest. I literally did this build like not yesterday but the day before, and I still don't remember what I did. I don't know. How am I supposed to remember what I did the day before yesterday? I can't remember what I did 2 hours ago, so how am I supposed to know? I don't know. I'm not that smart, you know? I don't know. And then I'm putting in a swimming pool. Oh my god. I don't know. I swear I often insult my intelligence way too many times in my videos and in real life as well. I'm like, oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I can't remember what I did. But I mean, there we go. That's fun. I do like how this back garden looks. I don't know, because are those sofas even meant to be outside? See, the thing is, we probably wouldn't have furniture like this for the outside in the country that I live in because it just rains constantly. There is no end. I mean, this month especially, there's just been literally no end. But obviously in hot countries, you can just have like nice, cute outdoor seating. I don't know, because sometimes in like garden centers and stuff, they sell like wicker outdoor sofas, and I'm thinking, well, okay, that would be fine in like a conservatory, but you wouldn't want it outside because I mean, it would just rain and you wouldn't be able to keep it for very long. So I don't know. I always find it a bit strange when I put like sofas with like actual like fabric seats outside. Because in this country, you would definitely want to put the seats back inside, like you'd want to take them in with you so that they didn't get wet because I mean it just rains constantly. But it's nice to have the outdoor seating. I think it looks great. The only thing about this house that I'm not so keen on is the fact that I used tall wall height. I mean, Law Simsy, she would absolutely hate it because I'm using tall wall height. I feel like she's probably annoyed trying to do builds with this house because she absolutely hates the tall wall height, and yet the best doors in the game or in this pack require tall wall height, which is why I used that wall height, but I was just kind of pushing myself out of my comfort zone. But actually the little doors that I'm using, they're on short wall height, but they're a little bit tall. Oh, I was struggling with the ladder there. Don't mind me, I was struggling. But the little doors that we have are actually on the short wall height. If you didn't know, in The Sims 4, there's three types, I mean, heights of walls. You've got short, medium, and tall wall height. And the little doors that we have are on short wall height, but they're slightly taller than the most of the doors that we have. And it means that when you use tall wall height, it means they don't look stupid, which is good. So, I mean, they really did think about the architecture in this pack. There's different archways, there's freezes, and the other thing that I can't remember the name of ever. They really did think about the architecture. I love the tiling. I think that looks great. I literally put tile in like most of this house because obviously in hot countries they use tile everywhere so that it's not like super duper hot inside the houses. So I used a tile accent wall in this bathroom because I didn't want there to be tile literally everywhere. Otherwise, I feel like you would probably get dizzy just looking at the sheer amount of pattern everywhere. And I also used quite light color swatches as well because if you're going to live somewhere hot, you're not going to want like really dark walls. You're going to want something to kind of reflect the heat. See, I sound really smart now, or at least I'm trying to sound really smart, but I don't know if it's working or not. And then I did like a little half bathroom upstairs. I don't know what I'd call that now. I'm so used to watching like speed builds where people call it a half bathroom. I swear my family would probably call it a cloakroom. Not sure if that's the right terminology or not, but I know that my grandparents have like two bathrooms, but one is like a little room. It's like a little toilet room because there's no bath in it. It's just like a sink and a toilet. It's they call it a cloakroom because they also keep like shoes in there. It's got like storage in it as well, but I don't know. I guess you could call it a half bathroom as well. And then this bedroom, I had to do yellow wallpaper because I mean, I like the color yellow. I just think that yellow is a happy color. When I was a child, I absolutely used to despise the color yellow. I know, shock horror, right? Like, because I love yellow. But as a kid, I was like, oh my god, yellow's so ugly. And then I kind of grew up a bit and I was like, oh my god, pink's so ugly. And I'm like, oh my god, colors aren't ugly as long as you don't like go overboard. Because I mean, I think if you go overboard with like absolutely any color, it will look ugly. I don't know. I've said this before and it says a lot about my indecisiveness. I don't know if I even have a favorite color. I mean, they're all great in moderation and you should have all of them. And if you didn't have all of them, then the world would be boring. So yeah, that's not me being boring. If you have a favorite color, you're boring. I'm joking. Nobody's boring apart from me. So yeah. What is this voiceover even turned into? Oh my god, is this is like one of your first voiceovers you've ever heard on my channel? Yes, I am like this all the time. Subscribe. But yeah, we're coming up to the end of the video. I really hope you like this house. Please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This house is up on my gallery. My origin ID is ToriFoxx, literally just the same as my YouTube username. And I will see you lot in the next video. Okay, bye everyone.